Okay, there we go. YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of the video, it's probably something like I made 5K today selling AI to businesses or something along the sort. I'll just go ahead and pull up the Stripe, just get that out of the way. So I'll just put it right here. If you can see it. Okay. Might be a bit unclear, but it's whatever. You get the point. But for those of you who don't know and you're new to my channel, my name is Marvell Martin. This channel is essentially me documenting this business, doing explaining it a bit, and then also documenting the journey itself from zero to riches. No cap on the number, like no cap, no ceiling on the number. Just going as far as this goes. I think that's better. So that's the primary reason for this channel. Now, one of the first things I wanted to discuss is how most businesses that you walk into right now, they're sitting on a massive gold mine and they literally have no idea. So, for example, I live in Austin, Texas. I just ran into somebody on the elevator not too long ago who also runs an AI business. A little bit in a different niche. They're doing a little, I would say, more complex build outs for different companies and more custom tailored build outs, but the underlying premise of what we do is the same. And he was telling me how he works with construction companies and similar companies, and they're doing millions of dollars a year in revenue, and they're just operating off of archaic systems, like literally like archaic systems from like decades ago, and how he just goes into these businesses, brings it up to date, does what needs to do, does what needs to be done in that regard, implement AI, which takes it to the next level, and is able to capitalize on all the revenue that they're missing out on otherwise, right? Like the gap between what these businesses are doing and what's possible is massive, right? If you can help them recapture even 1-2% of lost or dormant leads, or leads that are not being contacted correctly through basic systems, you're putting tens of thousands, in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars back on the table for them over the course of a year, right? And business owners will pay you a lot of money for that because the ROI is obvious. The value is obvious. So that's the whole thing here. This is you're essentially, you're not selling a dream. You're solving the problem that they already know they have, right? You just come to them with the data. Hey, this is what you're missing out on, and that's why this works. That's why this is so lucrative. So that's the first thing I wanted to cover in this call. As far as like a progress update, been doing like consistent 10K month, on pace to do 30K this month, which is awesome, especially considering that I was just at zero like not too long ago. Because remember, I'm only roughly 6 months into even doing this, roughly 6 months or so, I think. And you can also go back on my channel, after this video, and you'll see, right when I started, which is awesome that I've come this far. Definitely grateful, but definitely not content because there's so much in the world, there's so much money, there's so much of everything that I don't think you really should ever be content. Um, there's definitely always more out there, but that, right, as I said, on pace to do 30K this month, which is awesome. Um, Spending roughly $100 a day on ads at the moment. We'll be scaling that progressively as well, ideally to 200-300 before the month ends, which is awesome. And that's another thing. 10K a month is nothing. Not saying that the wrong way. Like literally, it's nothing. Like 100K a month is the new 10K a month, and that's just a fact. It's not a flex. It's a reframe. Like do the math: taxes, expenses, lifestyle, savings. Like 10K sounds like a lot, and it was maybe a couple years ago, but that's not the case anymore, bro. Inflation, everything, prices are through the roof. That's literally nothing. 100K a month is what begins to move the needle, and that's the real target. That's the real like baseline target to where you're like, okay, I've begun. I've begun. And that really should be your mindset as well. You should be aiming for those 100K months, which is super, super important. Aside from that, another thing I wanted to touch on is just exposure. So, as you know, I moved out to Austin, Texas. Um, but since moving out, and just putting myself in new environments, I've met people just doing massive things. People who are sometimes, a lot of times, younger than me. They've been on this earth for a shorter period of time than I have, but making serious money, having serious impact, and exposure to that reframes everything. It breaks paradigms, and it changes those internal belief systems that holds a lot of people back. A lot of people verbalize that they know different things are possible, that they know amazing things are possible, rather, but internally, those belief systems are holding them back. They might verbalize like, yeah, I see him doing that. Yeah, I'm doing that. But internally, they don't believe it, you know? And that's so true. That's so true for a lot of people. Like, that's just the case, right? And when you see it, you can't unsee it, especially when you're so up close to it. So, being around the right people in a short period of time that I have thus far has definitely shifted how I think about what's possible. It makes it seem like 100K a month, even $1 million a month, and achieving massive success. It's just so much clearer to see the path there, which is incredible, right? So I definitely encourage anybody watching this to expose yourself to new, better environments. That's the key word: better environments, higher ROI environments. Think about if your environments are serving you, and you definitely need to get into the right environments that will serve you and uplift you, which is super important. Just checking my phone because I have some food on the way. That's one thing that I've been spamming lately, just DoorDash, which is completely understandable because once you start making money, you definitely shouldn't be. You should be optimizing for making more money and cooking. I mean, I understand like if it's quick meals, but elaborate things, it just doesn't make sense. But that's another topic. But yeah. I mean, even moving out to Austin's been an incredible city, or it is an incredible city. It has been an amazing time here, which is great. I mean, this is exactly what I was expecting. When I moved out initially, there was definitely a little bit of guilt, only because I was living away from family, people that I actually care about, people that I want to be in their lives, in person and do a lot for them. But I suppose I just have to come to terms with the fact that doing this is for them, right? And it's just a matter of just keep going, and that's going to be the fuel that's going to drive this even more. So, that's one thing that I definitely had to come to terms with, especially like my mom, both my parents, like just wanted to be around, wanted to do a lot for them, wanted to give them amazing things, give them lots of gifts, give them my presence, all that good stuff. But all will come in due time, and I also understand that I'm doing what I'm doing for them, which is good, But aside from that, when it comes to this channel that I have here, this channel, I'm claiming it right now, definitely going to be one of the biggest things on the internet, no doubt about it. That's the journey that we're on right now. That's not a maybe. This is where this channel is going, and this is literally just the beginning. I think I've only been doing this for 6 months now. So if you're watching this, this is literally Bitcoin in 2009. This is literally in Bitcoin in 2009. So listen, I'll end off with saying this. If anything in this video resonated with you at all, definitely drop a comment and let me know, and I'll definitely reply. Follow my Instagram as well in the description below for daily content. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see this play out in real time, and make sure to also drop a like as well. Yeah, definitely drop a like if you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike, I guess. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Appreciate you guys watching me. It's a pleasure as always. And that's about it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.